Hello, everyone, and welcome to the dangerous game of Evolve, where we fight for the planet of Sheer. There are many humans on this planet, and not all are welcome. We will fight them and eat them in monster mash.
That is what we saw in the previous match with the anime coming forward, and I'm sorry for the spoiler. I usually give you guys a full disclosure, but we are going with Go4Evolve monthly finals for December. This is match 2. If you haven't seen match 1, go back and watch it. I'm sorry for the spoiler there, but if you missed the spoiler, then you're good. If you didn't miss the spoiler and you didn't want to hear the spoiler, sorry! But, alas. We're going to the game. Game's in lobby. We're just waiting to see what they picked. Gonna have it all forward for you. And what? It's 1-0. That was your spoiler. So yeah. But yeah. So, deanimate. Gonna be trying to see what he goes this game. It does look like it is gonna be a Meteor Goliath again. We haven't got everything finalized on this. We do see the hunters are locked. Parnell is the only one not locked. So it's going to be a Kyra, Hank. There is the full lock, which means it's confirmed. This is what we're seeing going into the game. It's a Meteor Goliath versus a Parnell, Kyra, Hank, and Abe. They're going to be using Accelerate to try and make sure they can keep up with the fastest monster to ever grace the land of Sheer. It kind of makes sense. He kind of rode in on a wrecking ball, a.k.a. a meteor. And, yeah, he's been wrecking face. Kingdoms of Meow, Meteor Goliath versus Hunters of Keith, Jeff, that guy, nobody, Mini CP. Feel free to parse that and make it into an audio clip for you guys. But yeah, so it's on Wraith Trap, which, for those of you that don't know, Wraith Trap is a giant circle. They got jungles over here, they got helipad, they got little barrens here with a barracks, and they got town down here, and I don't know what this area right here is called. I have no idea. So we got helipad, town, jungle, barrens, barracks. I don't know what this one's called. Let's call it pillars. Actually, no. We're going to call this sisters. This is sisters. There you go. There's your callouts for you. I don't know if this one has a callout. I've never actually heard one for this exact location. But let's call it sisters. Because there's two pillars side by side. I think that's a good name for it. Yes, quite. So stage 1 build. We're going to go 1 leap, 1 flame, 1 charge. To be expected. And perk-wise. Ah, no, we're not supposed to discuss that yet. So shh. Let's just be quiet about that. No one saw. It's all good. If you saw in the VODs, well, that's your fault. You paused it, cheater. Just kidding. Going forward, though, we're going to be seeing him going towards town, and we see that Jeff is actually taking point, going to be looking to see what he can grab, and Kyra is talking about the human race as, like, the entire human race in one bubbling container. Wow, really? That's kind of grotesque, Kyra. Why would you say that? But yeah, so Jeff is actually just trying to get some sight lines on him to stop him from eating. He's going to be shooting up that rocket, making sure he's not able to get it. Breaks through 1 bar of armor, which isn't really that huge, but it's going to play a factor coming into the next fight because they do possibly have an early dome. Is nobody going to get it? Nobody going to be throwing it, and they do catch him right on the... No, they got at the edge of it, which means that he was able to get through because he was in the mid-leap. And that's one of those weird timings. If there's a 0.8 second window where if the monster's on the edge of the dome, that they will parse through it. 0.8 seconds. That's how critical that time was. In case anyone's wondering how that happens, that's what happens. So, it's a 0.8 second window that you can be on the edge of it and parse through it. And you have to be in carrying momentum forward. It's one of those things that you have to be a little bit more careful with your domes. But yeah, going forward, we're going to see tracking dart's going to be used. So Deanimate's not going to be able to get as much space. He's not going to be able to mitigate around, but you see he's immediately going back to town. Reason for that is this giant block of orange right here. And he's just going to be using that to split up the hunter team and force them to go one way or the other. And Keith, however, is just making sure... There you go. There's a good tip for all you guys that are just new to the game, because there's lots of you now. what you can do is you can actually make sure that when you're going to be throwing deployables or doing like a quick shot, like for Kyra for healing grenades on the run, you don't want to be slowed down. You can actually just jump, shoot the healing grenade at the ground, and you won't actually be slowed. But if you just run and shoot the healing grenade at the ground, you will be slowed. So it's just one of those quick things that you can bunny hop a little bit and it'll work out to your benefit. And here we go. Keith is going full offense. Flame grenades even being used, going in for that 3, 5, 50 damage, or whatever the small amount is. It's like throwing feathers. He's tickling. He's tickling. So he's going to be getting lots of things going at him, and we're going to see Parnell just going in for some face stuff, possibly trying to see if we can get some shots in. Rocket's being unloading the face load, Leaf Smash being used, Charge is now on him. Jeff is just getting juggled. He's just trying to go around this pillar, trying to juke out nobody. Nobody's going to be going right past, though, as he does have full tracking dart. He's going to be able to get it, though. Accelerate is going to be used. Is he going to be able to get it? He's at 70 meters, 75, 80 meters. Going to be shooting that plant. Doesn't quite get it, and the deanimate is now through past the helipad, which means he's going to be able to get his full meat on the next area, fill up his evolve meter at the bare minimum, and maybe get that done before the engage, which he may... I'm thinking he'll probably be about 2/3 on the evolve meter or full. That's really what it's going to come down to. 2/3 on the evolve meter or full. Oh no, he's going right into Barons. He's going to be fighting on the high ground here. This is actually a very interesting spot. We don't see many fights up here. I don't know why. It has good sight lines for the monster and has a good break point. It would be a good, interesting fight to see. So, anyway, first dome is thrown, so we can talk about this. We have movement speed, movement speed, movement speed, movement speed, and capacity. I wonder if there's a trend. One of these things is not like the others. One of these things is not like the others. I'm looking at you, Minnie. Oh, man. He's just going to be dealing lots of damage, though, coming up in the rear of Age, just breaking through the armor, trying to keep him chipped up, and just wants to make sure he's not comfortable. Keith is going to have a hard time keeping up, though, even with the movement speed. Like, it's just so hard to keep up with a Meteor Goliath. They just have so much mobility. Does non-stop mobility, jumping around, doing what they can, and it's going to be shots, pot shots, everything's going to be put on him, and Deanimate is almost evolve ready. And there comes the last meet. So he is evolve ready. He's going to be trying to juke out nobody. Going right past... Oh, no, nobody. 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 Turn around. Turn around. Oh, no, nobody. Oh, no, nobody. Nobody.
Phase trooper, pain trooper. Either way. Hang on, 2 seconds.
Oh, no. Deanimate made such a great play there, being able to stealth right on past the Hunter team, able to keep himself alive by doing a quick stutter step. And what I mean by that is he was able to step forward, make the sound that he was moving in one direction, and then stealth backwards right along the rock ridge here, getting him safety to evolve underneath the helipad. Which means that this Hunter team is going to be looking to set up probably on this location is probably where they're going to want to set up. They have 3 options here. They can set up here, here, or here. Those are the 3 main options. This one's probably the main one, and it's probably the best one for them because it gives Hank long sightlines, Abe easy stasis, easy toxic grenades, Kyra easy grenades. It's just easy peasy for them. The only problem is that they don't have a direct sight on relay, but at the same time, they're close enough that they can shoot them off if need be. Here, again, it's probably comparable, but the dome would have a loop somewhere where he could mitigate if he chose to, and on this side there would definitely be a mitigate, but they have a longer sightline, so they could set up defensively back here if they really wanted to. It means a higher ridge, so it's better against monsters like a Behemoth or maybe even like a Kraken or Wraith. Would probably be better off instead of a Goliath who has that extra mobility with the Leaf Smash, be able to get him down from the ridge faster than some of the other monsters like Kraken or Wraith. Kraken can drop semi-quickly, it's just not as fast as, well, a Leaf Smash, which shoulders you in the face and just deals damage and devastation and murder, death, kill. But looking at this, they are sitting up on this side, and this is what I was talking about. So if we look at that guy, nobody, he's going to be sitting in the middle, and what we're going to see right at the get-go is tracking dart, and then it's going to be stasis, stasis, and then stasis. And it's going to be stasis all for days. Okay, now I don't know what they're doing. I have no idea. What are they doing? Are they hunting? Are they switch? You don't have sightline here. How are you? What? Okay. I'll bite. This would be an interesting spot because you have the two buildings, which means you have two places to leap from, which makes it difficult for Goliath and Behemoth to get across. Kraken and Wraith would be okay in this area, but it's a Goliath, which means they have to be able to shoot him off relay. Is that it? They're gonna artillery shot this? Oh my god, they have a shot! Keith, you bugger! So Jeff is going to be the one shooting him off the relay with the rockets, and he's going to be doing what he can with it. The enemy's just breathing fire on the relay. Just trying to see what he can get, and they're just going to be doing up, slowly chipping away. I don't think this is going to work out for him at this rate, and Keith, you're just a little short. He's popping up right here. He needs to get here. You're shooting up at a 45, trying to see what he can get. And he's just barely short. He's not going to be able to get it. And Jeff is just doing what he can. He's slowly whittling down that relay, though. Keith needs to get a little bit closer, and he'll be actually be able to artillery this. Rockets picked up and thrown over. Him going over. Does it hit Keith, though? Actually, almost. And here comes... Oh, Nomad getting involved. Order barrage is now thrown to keep him off that relay, and he's just slowly whittling down. It's at half HP right now. It's just going to be trying to get as much damage as possible on it, and he's just chipping away at it. He's not going to go for him. He's just going to accept the fact that they're over there, back up, take his little bit of armor damage, and he's just going to go back up when Jeff is reloading. And he's slowly whittling down this relay. Oh, there's the shots coming in from on Keith, so they're going to be able to keep him off it now. Keith is now close enough, so we look at Keith. This is where Keith is. Rock doesn't quite make it. And there we go. More damage coming in on that relay. Gets another chip. More artillery shots coming forward. And he's just going to keep on going with this damage. They got through about half of his armor, and now they're in a position where they can defend it, which means the animate has to back up. And they're almost there. That's a rough shot, though. Like, if we look at Jeff right now, look, he is 228 units away from de-animate, and he's about the same amount, like 200-ish away from the relay. This is a long shot and a half. And right, yeah, Mini's coming up. He's just clearing out wildlife as Keith is just doing damage to the relay, trying to see what he can get at this point. Rock is now going to be picked up. Going to be looking forward. Flies right over. Does it land on Keith? No. Here comes the shots. Doesn't quite connect, which means they're going to be whittling down that relay. Needs to come in and break it off. And Keith is actually slightly off in his aim, which means he's not going to be able to stop it. But Jeff is on point with his rocket. Going to be able to make sure that he isn't able to get that damage on. Trying to see what he can get, just chipping away. He is at full armor. Keith coming in, and he's going to be going to a forward position. Trying to see if he can get it. Oh, it looks like he did actually get hit with a rock. But he's just whittling it down. They're slowly whittling it down. You need to change it up. It's not working. There you go. They are choosing to move forward, and relay super low now. But the other side of it is they did buy time. It is now up to 11 minutes 40 seconds, so they are pushing it forward time-wise, and they were able to stall and give themselves as much time as possible. I don't understand this tactic. I don't. I'll admit it. It almost worked, though. With a medic change, like maybe if they had a Val instead, that tactic actually would have worked. Would have been really good. I'm not saying Kyra's a bad choice, because Kyra's a great choice. Like, she works out well. She has good healing ratios. She's very good at it. And I just think that it was just a little bit difficult, and it was hard to get the perfect arches, no matter how good Keith is. Yeah, and they're going to keep right on that relay. They need to keep well protected on it. Jeff is just sitting there, ready to shoot it off, not accepting anything. Let's see what's happening. I don't even know what to say anymore. Like, it's just... What? It's crazy. Ludicrous. Bonkers. Bizarre. It's a meteor of weird. There we go. Flames in. We got combat going in. Rockets picked up, thrown up. Does go on a mini. Mini's going to get hit by that elite smash coming in. Does connect on 2, but quick heal burst coming out of Keith. Going to be throwing out that ceiling grenades. Going to be trying to get Mini up as quick as possible. Going right on Keith, trying to get as much damage as possible. Flames being used, trying to get right on through. Rockets picked up, goes for Keith. Does connect, but Mini's on point with the shields. Going to be making sure that Keith doesn't get that too much damage. Leap coming in. Does connect on Keith. Keith's now low. He's in the orange zone, which means he's below half. Going to be getting that hit. But more shields coming out from Mini, keeping his teammate alive. Stealth Pounce using. Here comes the block from VHF. Doesn't quite get it, though. It means Keith is going to be getting leaped, smacked, picked up, heavied, and Keith is on the run, trying to use that accelerate. Shield burst is going to be the only thing going to be keeping up alive. And bam, comes the heavy from our buddy Deanimate. Million kingdoms of meow. A million meows among the clouds. As he's just trying to push his way forward. Here comes the leap, going in for the pickup, though. Doesn't quite get it, which means Flame's going to be used to get rid of the body of Keith. Charge being used on the corner for VHF. Going to be circling him around, forcing him down, which means it's just down to him. Nobody is trying to shoot him off that body, but not quite able to. More of the shots are going to be coming in. Mini's going to be shooting him from the low ground. More damage. Here comes the Rock, dealing damage. That guy Nobody just getting shielded by Mini. Mini's doing everything he can. It's not quite enough, though, as that guy Nobody's going to be eating more stuff to the face. Here comes the stealth match, which means he has to choose shoot or shield. And at this point, it's neither, because it doesn't matter, because Deanimate's just melting right on through, dealing lots of damage. Here comes the leap, going in for Mini. Mini's on the run. You can't run from this monster. He's going to come on through, snack on you, eat your family, eat your friends, and then come for you. Deanimate coming through on Wraith Trap, large map, got away with a really nice stealth play, which really clinched the game for him, pushing forward. So we're going to be switching over to the other side now. It is a best of 5, which means it is currently 2-0 in favor of JSMS, which definitely lightens the load on the JSMS Hunters teams, as they only need to win one game to move on to the next round or get to the tiebreaker. So in the meantime, guys, this is where we do that quick fading for that for the sake of editing. We go through the next round, and we're going in. It's going to be an orbital drill with JSMS Hunter Team versus the DoD Monster, which I'm not going to spoil it for you, but it's going to be fine. It's going to be tight. It's going to be action-packed, blood, gore everywhere. Stay tuned as we get you more games for the Go4Evolve monthly finals for December 2015. Coming at you live at twitch.tv/aceeds and twitch.tv/StillShampoo. Check them both out. It's on a multi-Twitch. Boop, boop. See you guys. We'll be back in a minute.